Hey, I think it's working now. Okay, well, this is my first time streaming live on YouTube. So, yeah, if you're there for the small hiccups that happen repeatedly over and over and over again of me trying to set this up, I apologize for all the weird bloopers, we'll call them. Sure, why not? Well, you can't see it now, but actually you can see it. Let me just rotate the camera over here, and you can see I have another camera right in front of me, as well as a microphone and other stuff, so I can capture this right under my chin. You can see I've got a comic sketch cover that I've been working on here for the last few hours, and I just wanted to, throw it up on the screen just for you. So hopefully it'll jumpstart and warm up my live sketching abilities to do some sort of, comfort setting, just to get a grasp on live streaming a sketch in front of you all. So I don't expect anyone will be up for this. I mean, up for this, not as in like, hey, yeah, I'm up for it, yeah, let's do this, but no, like awake, like up for this, being awake, because it's 1:11 in the morning right now as I speak, and most people are asleep. But me being a night owl, I don't sleep. No. It's the life of the struggling artist. Is you trade in, it's the great exchange of trading in your sleep hours and a normal sleep schedule for product. Getting this stuff done right here. So, I have to get used to all the weird nuances and annoyances that the YouTube streaming platform might have for me. Like, wow, dang, that is a really low or high. I mean, low latency means not as much of a delay, but there's such a big delay right now when I'm monitoring both at the same time. Yeah, if you've ever live streamed before, you might know what I'm talking about. But this is interesting. I've never done something like this before, so hopefully it goes somewhat smooth. It's not a super comfortable setup right now since it's my first time. I just kind of threw some stuff together. I can't bring it over right now, but I've got all my utensils, my writing tools to the right. Writing, I meant drawing. It is 1:11. I'm at 1:12 now. It just flipped to 1:12 in the morning right now, so I'm going to be repeating a lot of the same things, and I'm also going to be saying the wrong things. So this will be fun. Yeah, this will be lots of fun. So for this, a sketch cover you see before you, and I see before me, it's the actor Echo Kellum, I believe I'm saying that right, as Mr. Terrific from the fantastic DC television show that's been heralded for years and recently just wrapped up about a year or a year and a half ago, maybe two. Gosh, the pandemic, everything is just blurring together. But Arrow, the show Arrow, based on Green Arrow and all the characters from his little DC verse. So we've got this sketch here that I've applied the basic hatching to. There's a lot of random hatching that I've added, and I've added some darkness to it as well for some shade, some shadow where it should be darker, as well as I'm trying to leave open some area for the reflective bits, like this is leather, I'm assuming, or some sort of armor that all the heroes and vigilantes wear that is a kind of padded leather, I guess. So it's going to have some reflective surface to it. So we're going to go ahead and leave that little passageway for the light to reflect on all these different channels where the bends come towards the camera or the viewer. I mean, there's no camera right now beside, well, yeah, there is a camera, but you know what I'm saying. When you're looking at a piece of art, you're the beholder, you've got the lens. So you're the camera, essentially. So what I've done here is I've added the basic sketch of it all. That's what it is, right? It's a sketch, so you sketch it out. So the act of sketching is complete. But I wanted to make it look a little bit more realistic, look a little bit more like the actor Echo Kellum, which is Such a cool name, by the way. Echo, we already have so much in common. My Dreamer's Echo comic book, right? But anyways, this is what I wanted to do, is bust out the blending stumps. We've got this big old honkin' number 8, right? This is my favorite blending stump because it's sharp enough to get into all the tight grooves there, like under the neckline, in all the folds of the leather, but it's also got this nice flat edge right on the corner there, where you can do like the mass blending in bulk, as it were. So that's always helpful, and I always try and if you've got a blending stump, you might know what I'm talking about if you've ever done pencil work before. I always try and have one really dark edge for all that dark blending, and then I always try and keep the other edge nice and clean. So let's get to it. So with this sketch, as you can see, I'm gonna try and chat and draw at the same time, which I don't have a lot of experience in. But for this sketch, after I've added all the dark areas, as you can see, all the dark areas of the leather, I've sketched it nice and bold. So right there is where the inner bend of the fold away from the camera is supposed to be, and that's where most of the shadows will lie. So we're gonna bust out the dark edge right there of the blending stump, and I wanted to bring up this little stream because I'm blending now. I didn't want to start a whole drawing from scratch because that's a challenge to do from scratch while the world is watching. Ugh. As you can tell, I've got some live stream anxiety issues, but I'm hoping with some repeated practice that we can establish, somewhat of a rapport between you and I. I'm talking to the camera because the person behind the camera, you watching, you and I are cool already, right? Yeah? You checked out my channel. You've seen some good stuff, right? Got some art stuff, some music stuff. So hopefully you found something you like. But also like car stuff, voice acting, music, comics. I'm trying to do it all because that's something you don't really see on YouTube these days. It's used to be a huge popular thing. That was the main format when YouTube was first viralizing itself. Is that a word? No, that's not a word. But when it was first becoming a mainstream thing, YouTubers would do a different thing for every day of the week. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say that, but I'm not gonna come up with any examples, because I can't think and draw and talk at the same time. That's triple duty. Right now I'm doing double duty, and it's already racking my brain waves, okay? But back in the day when YouTube was first taken off, YouTubers would spend each day doing a different thing on their schedule, and it was really cool. I liked the variety. We don't have that anymore, it's always niche. What is your niche? What is your focus? And that's what people, that's what draws in the crowds. And obviously, I only have 429 subscribers now. Welcome, by the way, all the new people. I love you. Welcome. Wow, that was really, I already screwed that up. You don't want to hear I love you on the first date. But anyways, I hope you're still sticking around. If you are watching this stream, because, I don't expect to get any concurrent viewers right now, but if you are watching the stream after the fact, I appreciate you stopping by. You guys are awesome. You mean the world to me. Your support and your time is so valuable to me, because as an artist, I'm hoping to maybe build some sort of a reliant fan base that I can always turn to with a new product and just be like, hey, check this out. I know you're interested in this, and there's quite a chance that you might be interested in what I'm working on next, So what I'm doing here with my YouTube channel might be a little off-putting to most people at first, or disinteresting. Most people are not going to be interested in someone who doesn't have a focus, because focus is what, brings in the viewers. I am going to start a second channel that's focused on other stuff, that's more focused, I should say. But this channel, I just want it to be about me and my creative adventures throughout life, and that's why it's going to be so many different things all at once. So if you subscribed and you're here because you wanted to see a certain thing, I really hope you find that that certain thing can be just as cool as all the other things that you might find on my channel. So I really appreciate you just donating your time and your interest in not only just the YouTube channel and the content that you might find here, but me, JetFalco. Hopefully you find something interesting about this fella right here, so that you might come back and watch what all the new things I might offer you in the future. Wow, this is the longest run-on sentence I've ever spake before. So, if you're just joining me, welcome. There's no one here. I don't know. I'm practicing. It's practice. Gotta practice for when people actually do show up. I really feel bad because there was one subscriber, or there was one person in the lobby waiting for me to start, and then I was so confused on trying to get this thing sorted that they left. But if you do come back, I appreciate you. Welcome back. Hopefully it wasn't too weird seeing me trying to figure this out and struggling along the way. So, as you see before you, what was the before picture is slowly becoming the after picture. All those harsh edges and hash marks. Hatch marks? Hash marks? What do you call them? Hash marks or hatch marks? All the hatchlings have slowly blended themselves in to more realistic soft edges. And where there's supposed to be hard edges, I've kept the hard edges. Like the divide between the contrasting light and dark of this leather design right here, you want to keep that a hard edge. You don't want to blend over that. Only when there's shadow involved, like maybe right there. And if you came here for an artist tutorial, welcome. I mean, this is for you. This is your content, right? But if you came here just to chat with a friend, I hope that we can keep doing that, all right? So, a little bit about me as I'm blending this into a softer edge that looks a little bit more like leather than chicken scratch. But, you know, a little bit about me for all of you who are tuning in for the first time. Welcome again, by the way. I really can't say how excited I am to finally be able to do this in front of you, because I have such live stream anxiety that I've never talked about before. That's why I've avoided things like Twitch and YouTube Live. It messes with me, man. I can barely even keep up appearances at Comic-Cons where I'm doing this in front of people for hours and hours on end. Most Comic-Con shifts are longer than usual day jobs. They go for up to 10 or 11 hours non-stop. I mean, you can step away and take a break, but, you know, if you do the convention life as an artist, you gotta understand that people are gonna request drawings from you, and you're gonna have to try to draw them in front of them, because some of them won't leave. They want to see the process. They want to know what goes into creating this art that they paid so much money for. I mean, in my case, it's not so much money. I've heard of other artists who charge on the spot like hundreds of dollars, but I still consider myself to be indie, you know? I'm super indie, actually. I'm super independent. Everything I've ever done is all planned and put together by me. So I don't want to charge such inaccessible costs for my work, because I still feel like I'm a new guy, you know? I'm still new on the scene when it comes to comic art or any sort of thing. Even my music career, which is ebbing and flowing, and right now it's in a deep ebb. Is that what a trough, right? The bottom of the activity wave, the activity feed. I haven't done a lot of music lately, but I hope to revisit that soon this year. But where was I? Oh my gosh, all this rambling. This is fun though, right? I really wish there was someone actually watching so they could ask me a question or say something. I love interaction. That's why I do the Comic-Cons. That's why I can still, you know, brave the dangers of drawing in front of people at a Comic-Con or a show. yeah, it's because I just love interaction. I love making friends, and Comic-Cons are the best places to make friends. No matter what anybody says, Comic-Con people are just the coolest. And not just Comic-Cons, events. Last weekend, a few days ago, we did a metaphysical psychic fair. And my comics and art fit in just because my comic's about dreams, and it's about the moon, and it's about my own take on the magic of the moon and how it affects people and how it makes people do weird things. And in the future volumes of Dreamer's Echo, you're going to see more and more unveiled about the moons of Mondrea. But we did a different kind of event, and I love this show. I keep coming back to it year after year because the people are amazing. So many people there just want to support budding creators who are doing their thing, and they're just looking for a fan base. They're looking for support from people like you. And I sound like public television. People like you. That's why I keep doing that, and that's why I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing like a sketch chat, me and you. We're just going to be drawing and talking, and if it goes anywhere and this happens to turn into my niche and my channel has to become more focused, so be it. I will focus on that, and I'll always have my my other hobbies that I can attend to in my free time. It's totally fine. So right now, here you are still watching me draw, and I appreciate that. Right now I'm just kind of trying to find a happy medium for the deep shadows with the dark edge of my blender, where years and years and years of pencil soot have just embedded themselves into the lifespan of this thing. So, and that side obviously is way sharper and cleaner, so I use for clean blending, like on these white lines right here that go up the jacket. I don't want them to be too dark in the shade, so I'm just going to blend them nice and easy with the lighter edge. And then back to the dark part, because if you've ever seen this show and seen this character, it's a black jacket with some really cool like white racing stripes on it, and it says Fair Play on the shoulders, on the sleeves, because it's based off of the classic character Mr. Terrific, who wore Fair Play on his sleeves, just to remind people, the reason why he deals out justice every day with the Justice League of America is because everyone deserves a fair chance, and that's what this character stands for, I believe, and that's what I like about Mr. Terrific. He's terrific, and he's got such a good mission to make sure that everyone's playing fair. So, also he's a super genius, and he's got these T-spheres right here that they're capable of anything, pretty much. You can do pretty much anything with these things. You can do, they're like drones, they're like supercomputers. They are supercomputers. They're puppets, they're hologram projectors, they're like interdimensional communication devices, I'm sure. So, yeah, Mr. Terrific is definitely one of the best characters of the modern age of any superhero team. So, I'm just trying to, make this look a little bit more like leather instead of this ickiness. So, regarding the future, I guess we should continue to chat about other things while we're here, so you're not completely entranced by my repeated scratching here. But while we're chatting, let's talk about the future of the Dreamer's Echo channel, shall we? I've always wanted to just sit and chat and talk about, just spit on the mic, as they say, about the random aspects that go into my channel and where I hope it will go in the near future. So I'm going to be putting a lot more energy and content out, a lot more energy into the channel, and a lot more content will be coming out. I'll be churning out multiple videos per week instead of one half-assed video a week like I did last year. So, a little bit of background on that. Late in 2020, I made a promise to myself, because YouTube has always been something I've wanted to explore deeply and build a fan base on, because it, in my opinion, YouTube will be YouTube. It will always be there. Unlike other video streaming platforms and other... Did the music turn off? I think the music turned off. Yeah, I'll bring it back. But YouTube has always been so prevalent and in the forefront of social media and streaming and just everything that the internet is and was and will continue to be hinges so much on YouTube. Most people don't realize that. YouTube is so powerful and will be here forever. It will not fade because it is owned by one of the largest companies to ever exist, Google. So they're only going to keep pumping money into it and getting more money out of it to make sure that it will be the forefront. You know, one of the biggest search engines in the world is YouTube. People go on there looking to be educated or looking for entertainment or looking for a friend. A lot of YouTubers became famous back in the day because we were lonely people. Social media was just starting, and YouTube was one of the first social media forefronts where people jumped in, created amazing videos, and shared their lives with strangers, complete strangers. It was such a weird, taboo feeling to watch a complete stranger yell at their video game, right? Or bake a cake, or talk in front of a crowd. All these random things that we can see on YouTube these days started way back when it was such a weird thing. But here we are. We're still here because YouTube is so powerful. It really is. I mean, TikTok's great for a good laugh, but does it have the staying power that YouTube has? I'm not so sure. You know, I'm still gonna try it out. I don't want to call myself an old fart quite yet, right? I'm gonna jump into TikTok this year as well and do a little bit of, I don't know, maybe I'll focus more on car stuff over there because that'll be like my side hobby. And if I do car stuff, I don't know how good car stuff does on TikTok. I know it shows up in my stream, but that's because it's my interest, right? But shoot, man, I feel like I'm talking to myself. No one else is here. If you're here and you've watched this, leave a comment. Like make me feel like I'm not alone in the universe. That would be great. I'm talking to you, all you extraterrestrials. I know you're out there watching me. Alright, so, wow, this is turning out to be a lot nicer than before. Like, the before side is still right here. You can see all the rough edges, which I still want to preserve some of the rough edges in certain areas. But other areas I need to be smooth, because leather is smooth and it's rough when it gets crumpled. So in the crumply areas right here, I'm still keeping it kind of rough, right? So that will be, man, I say so a lot, so if that pisses you off, I'm sorry. So, wow, that was unironic. I actually just said so. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I'm liking how this is turning out. This is from my good buddy Scott. I know you're out there. Hopefully you're catching the stream. He's been one of the best support pillars of support that I could ever ask for as a new artist, you know? I know I've been around for like 7 years in the scene, but I still feel I'm so new to all this. Every day as an artist, I still find new things that I haven't discovered that, you know, I should know before I move to the next big plateau of being me, an artist. Right? I say I'm an artist, I hope that I come off as an artist to you instead of just a weirdo. But anyways, here is Curtis Holt, or played by Echo Kellum? Echo, good old Echo. Curtis Holt, I love that name, Curtis Holt. very sturdy name for a superhero. So, especially since people are such a big fan of Batman and Iron Man, because they're the superheroes that they're not super. You know, they're just the regular old Joes who can put up, you know, against all the big bads of the world and stand next to people like Superman and Thor and Wonder Woman and all these superpowered beings in their lives that they support, but they can stand their own because they're super smart, or they're great at fighting, or they're billionaire philanthropists, or they have a tech conglomerate, you know? This is one of them. Curtis Holt, played by Echo Kellum, Mr. Terrific. He's a genius, right? And he's got these amazing supercomputer spheres that assist him in his being terrific. So yeah, this is Mr. Terrific, and I feel like I'm getting close to being done. It's just a little late, but hey, I'm happy with how it's turning out. I don't know if this is going to be like my Flash video. I don't know if I should link it here or there. I don't know if I can do that with live streams, probably not. But with my Flash video, I feel like I kind of rushed through it because it was my first time drawing in front of an audience. One of my first times drawing in front of an internet audience. I did kind of rush through it, so I wasn't super happy with the final result. It's decent, but it could have been better. If I was in my comfort home studio, my comfortable like drawing table, instead of just tilting against my computer desk like I am right now. If I was at my drawing table, I feel like this would be a lot better too. But I don't know. I like it. I like where it's going. So more on the future. Yeah, by the way, I busted out the number 2. It's like a number 2 pencil-sized blending stump, gauge-wise, number 2. Super dark edge right here, and then on the other side you got a lighter edge too. I busted out this one because it's a little smaller in gauge and width and diameter, so I can sneak into all those tight corners and get the blending nice and right where it's supposed to be. So more about first hydration. More about the future of Dreamers Echo, the car videos, JetFalco, me, my channel, my career as an artist and creator. More about that. Hopefully something happens where I can, do more videos, but right now I'm gonna try. Wow, sidetracked. So let's go back to my story. Has anyone sidetracked for that long? Wow, filibuster on my filibuster. Sidetracked on my original story. Back in 2020, I promised myself to do at least one video a week for 2021. And I did. A lot of them were super simple, though, and I wasn't terribly happy with the outcome of that. Excuse me. Speaking of car videos, you see that's my new shirt? It smells like chicken. Because I went to a bar with some friends after the show last night, and we all got chicken and breakfast sandwiches late at night, and it was amazing. So I smell like a chicken and an egg. Which do I smell first, you ask? The egg. Yeah, I think I smell the egg. It's not a good thing. So it smells like BO. But it's egg. Because we were in an old dive bar getting like some of the best bar food you can imagine. That's why I smell this new shirt of my car. Back to the shirt. Oh, this is my car. And if you've seen my car videos on my channel, thank you so much. It's my hobby. I don't get, paid at all. I get paid doing commissions. I don't get paid at all doing my car stuff. So it is just a hobby, but I love it. I've always been into cars ever since I was a kid, and I really hope to do more car videos this year. But yeah, back then I tried to do at least one video a year for 2021. I wanted to be somewhat of a consistent comic creator. And here on the comic sketch cover, I'm just defining some lines. That's all I'm doing right here. But I wanted to be more of a consistent content creator here on YouTube, so I tried to dive in gently. One video a week. It's not that big of a responsibility, right? Most people can do like one video every 2 days. Dang, I wish I could get there soon, hopefully. But right now, I feel like I can maybe do 2, because things are changing in my life where I have a little bit more time to do YouTube, and I love making videos for everyone. And I mean everyone. Like, that's why you've seen DIY and painting and model building and building random shelves in my garage. A lot of garage and workshop videos. But 2021, I did 1 video a week. Kept it somewhat consistent. And when I was way too busy with work, I did 1 video a week. But it was a pre-planned, like scheduled out music video, because those are super easy for me. I have so much music in my catalog that if I can't think of a video, that's why you saw back in, I don't know, near the end of 2021, I was just posting music because I didn't have time. Unfortunately, my job was getting super busy. My day job, where I don't get to draw, was getting super busy. I had to work some overtime. I had to, deal with some shitty people, but that's fine. It's fine. I mean, by shitty people, I mean like documents, because basically what I did was document. I call them shitty people. Like, every job has its crappy people. My crappy people were documents. There were some crappy people. I'm not gonna lie. Nobody on my team. If you're watching this for my team, you guys are awesome. But other people that we didn't get along with because they were impeding our process. But where was I? So I tried to do 1 video a week for a year. It was hard as hell, because if you have a day job, that's 80% of your life right there, dedicated to paying the bills the safe way, right? You can't just drop all what you have and just pursue your dream right away, right? Because you don't have the means to pay the rent, huh? So, and thinking back on it, I do feel like, man, it was tough. It was really tough to work a full-time job and try to do what I love at the same time. A lot of the times I was just like, I need to give up. I just need to pick one or the other. It was devastating. I hated it. Trying to put, or being forced to put 2 things on the line. Your 2 big things in your life, your job and your passion. Why can't they be the same? It's because I made a lot of mistakes growing up. I didn't pursue what I really wanted to pursue because I didn't think it was a thing. Now it is a thing. So maybe I can pursue it a little more actively. If you get my gist. Drift. If you get the gist of what I'm drifting. Right? So, I completed 2021 with over 50 new videos added to my channel, and that was almost exactly what I was trying to do, is expand the content and be more of a content creator on YouTube, not just a dude who posts whenever he feels like it. That's what I was for over 7 years. I think I started near the end of 2013. Wow. It's almost been a decade. And here we are, still a small channel, right? Pity laugh at myself. But we will get there. I have a good feeling about this year. I really do. Maybe something will turn the tide and YouTube will become what it used to be, where it's more focused on the creator and not the creation. Because people are just flocking to channels because they only offer one thing. And that's good for consistency, right? It's great if that's what you want. Like, people turned to Discovery Channel back in the day because they wanted to learn about animals or space. And now they turn into Discovery Channel because they just want reality TV and, people yelling at each other over stuff. Guess that's discovering something. You're discovering you're really pissed off at your boss because they did this thing wrong at the pawn shop or whatever. I don't watch reality TV, I'm sorry. But there's enough drama in our real lives to put up with some other imaginary people's drama, right? You can barely deal with what goes on in the news every day. It's a sucky world right now. It's always been pretty sucky, but it's particularly sucky this year. Have you noticed? But anyways, no soapboxing. I really hope that maybe YouTube will become YouTube, based on you, the creator. What are you making this time? But I don't think it will, because advertisers, it's always because of the advertisers, the companies, the corporations, the CEOs, the marketers. They're there to make a quick buck and leave. And how are they going to do that? They're going to focus on the channels that are focused on one thing, something that is tied almost directly to what they're trying to sell. The car channels, they're going to be doing car-focused ads. You know, the art channels, art-focused ads. Maybe if I become an art channel, full-fledged art channel, and abandon all of my other things, you will see maybe markers, or website design, or Full Sail University, that's a big one, or music production. I watch one music video a day, at least. That's like one of my rituals. And the ads that come up before the music videos are exactly what you think they would be. It's music production, it's sound effects, it's master classes by musicians. That's what it is, you know. Things are focused so hard on YouTube right now that I highly doubt we'll ever get back to that magical, wondrous YouTube space that we used to be. But then there's those little gems, those little rays of light, those little shining rays of hope that exist on YouTube. And they do whatever they want. Do they have a lot of subscribers? No, they don't. They get on average about 200, and it's sad. You know, that's the world we live in. Only creator content that is focused on one thing, because that's what the advertisers want to see. That's what gets pushed by YouTube. And my content may never see the light of day for 99.999% of the people on the planet. Or maybe it will. Maybe you might find yourself compelled to be like, hey, maybe this guy, he's onto something. And I appreciate how genuine he's trying to be in front of, you know, like he deals with his own shit too, just like me. So maybe I'll give him a like, a subscribe. Maybe I'll give him a like. Maybe I'll comment, say, hey, this is cool, do more, and I'll share it with my friends. Maybe I'll subscribe so I can see what he does tomorrow. And maybe it'll be way different than what he did today. Because variety is something that I feel like is in such short supply. It used to be the most powerful thing on the planet. You know, like entire companies were based on variety back in the day. And now things are just one thing. And if you want something else, you go somewhere else. Maybe corporations will realize that's not a good business model if we don't offer more than one thing. I learned as an artist selling at conventions that if I don't offer more than one thing, I'm not going to get as many customers to actually like pay the bills. So I started offering stickers instead of just books. And then instead of just books and stickers, I started offering art prints that are bigger and posters that people can take and keep as a keepsake, a memorabilia. People want to know and remember the somewhat famous, not famous, the local quasi-celebrity they met at the library the other day. They want to remember that, and they want to share that with their friends and their loved ones and their kids, and they want their kids to read this new book they just found, you know. And then it comes with a sticker, a button, a keychain, a postcard, trading cards, holographic sticker, and a free coloring sheet, and a free bonus sticker. So many stickers at my table. If you ever go to my table, you'll walk away with at least 3 stickers, I promise you. And I have more than quintupled. That's the word, right? After quadrupled, it's quintupled. Okay, I've more than quintupled. That is a fun word to say. My sales over the last few years, and I'm not ashamed to say it, you know, like, I want you to know. Variety is success, you know? Variety is the key to success. It really is. But the advertisers aren't going to admit that. No, they know that the quick buck is with one specific thing. So they're going to support the channels that are focused on that one specific thing, because they know there's a higher chance that the old regular Janes and Joes and other people are just going to maybe buy that one specific thing that's related to that channel, right? So it's a sad thing, because then those creators are stuck doing that one thing. They really are, because if they want to pay their rent, if they make money on YouTube and through their ad revenue, if they want to pay their rent, they have to make that one thing. They have to, or they'll alienate their viewers, which I am always guilty of. And I apologize to everyone out there, but I'm also not sorry, because I've alienated a lot of my viewers who have just subscribed. I know I have. Just now. Because a lot of you have subscribed because you thought I would do more car tutorials. I know it. You say it in the comments. Tell me what you want to see. I'll do it. But then the next day I'm going to do something completely different. And it's going to shock you. It's going to piss you off at first. It really is. It's going to make you angry because you wanted one thing. I subscribed to you for a reason. And that reason being the one thing, right? It's going to make you angry that I don't just do the one thing. Because that's what YouTube has become. And that's what's been ingrained in our minds over the last, it seems like 10 years they've started instilling that in our brains. And we're stuck. Creators like me who want to do more than one thing and actually make a living off of it, we're stuck. I used to be monetized, believe it or not. I made a whole $20, right? But then they changed the rules, and now you have to qualify to be monetized, and that was a bummer because I lost my $20. I didn't even get to claim it. They're like, oh, it's gone, and it's gone. You worked for years, posted videos all the time, and got some views. I can't do it. It's a little faster. Pretend this is faster. Play this on twice the speed. But you created a few amazing videos all at once and posted them and scheduled them all out and did some music videos and some art videos and some unboxing videos, and you did all these great videos just in hopes so you could monetize your channel and make a few bucks, and hey, there's $20 and it's gone. That's exactly how it happened for me on YouTube, and it was disheartening. I was completely destroyed at my hopes of making somewhat of a career doing what I loved, and I lost my hope, and I had to get a full-time job at that moment. And I was stuck at this office job for over 7 years while my YouTube was put on the back burner, and it was a super bummer. And by the way, on the drawing, I'm sorry, I keep shifting it, you can't see it. What's the point, right? We're just chatting. But I have this really cool pencil I just found on the ground once. It's called the General's Layout. I can't even read it anymore. It's so messed up. But this is the coolest pencil of all time. It's just dark. It's like the darkest of dark carbon. And I love it. And I use it for the dark corners and shades. So like that area, his eyes are going to be this, the eyeshadow. So that's what I've been doing as I'm ranting. And if you're watching this whole stream, can we be best friends for real? Because you are amazing. I am the type of person who will tune into a random YouTuber, subscribe, and watch all their videos all at once, and always tune into their live streams and their new videos. Always. I'm that guy. I'm that person. Because I find, and especially with creators with the variety, like I was just talking about, creators that do so much variety and change things up every once in a while and do a different thing. Like even one of the biggest YouTubers right now, and of all time, really, is PewDiePie. And he's become a variety channel. He used to be gaming, but he's become a variety channel. He's bringing that back, and I just I appreciate that man so much. So many people still have no taste for him at all, but he is doing YouTube right, and he always has. And there's so many creators out there that are doing it right, and they do get the attention, but that's because they've established themselves doing one thing. That's how you do it. I get it. I know the mission on YouTube. I get it. But damn it, I want to be the guy. The movie, the game. No, I want to be the guy who got his start doing everything. Name someone. Name a YouTuber in the comments right now. Name a YouTuber who got his start doing everything. Variety. One day they're drawing. One day they're doing a stream of consciousness. One day they're doing a mukbang. One day they're reviewing their favorite TV show. And this is all in the span of 1 week? Name one creator like that who still exists right now, making a living, and has over 100,000 subscribers, because that's a healthy amount these days. Name one creator who does that, who's the variety king or queen of their time right now, still exists, doing their thing. Please, I would love to hear it. I want to check them out. Actually, I'll become a fan for sure. I will watch their stuff and I will love it. And I really hope this stream is turning out well. I still see the warning that says the stream's current bitrate is 2,672.73 kilobytes per second. Is lower than the recommended bitrate. It's because my internet is crap. I pay $100 for crap internet a month. I love it. But I hope it's all reaching you, and I hope that the friggin' stream is working, because this is the story of my life. I put in so much effort and work into something, and only for the universe to decide for me and just kick it out of existence. It's happened so many times. But hopefully this year it'll all turn around. I'm really looking forward to it. So I've added that dark ink, I said ink, the dark carbon pencil there to the deeper shades, and I'm just going to soften them out a little bit. I do have this other dark one, it's really dark charcoal pencil, but charcoal does not blend well, no matter what people say. Charcoal does not blend well. It's more of a messy chalk style. You can try and blend charcoal, but it's still going to look weird. It really is. It's not going to look evenly blended. It's going to look like chalk and like poop. I love charcoal though. I love working with charcoal. Don't get me wrong. I love it. It's one of my favorite mediums. I wish I could explore it more, but I just can't afford charcoal right now. But I just think this carbon pencil blends like 10 times better than charcoal does on sketch covers. I'm talking on sketch covers, Charcoal paper, whatever you use to do your charcoal drawings, works a lot better for blending charcoal, I understand. But it doesn't on this. I'll show you. Here. Let's do some really dark corners right here with the... See, there's that line in charcoal. Ooh, it's super dark on the screen. I can see it. Oh my gosh. And watch me blend it. See, it's not moving. It's not moving. It's just dark in that one corner now. It's weird. It's blending, but it's like... It's still so contrasty. It doesn't even look like it changed at all. Now I'm gonna have to add this all over the place just for the sake of keeping it even. Oh my gosh, I ruined the whole drawing. Just kidding, I can save it. There's always a point in every drawing I make. Relatable moment here for you. Here's Jet's Relatable Corner is open for business. So, the Relatable Corner segment, I should say, for the show. There's a point in every drawing where you're like, I fucked this up. I need to start over. I need to destroy it, rip it up. Every drawing. Oh hey, Abridged fan, welcome. Someone's here. I'm no longer alone. Oh, it's a good day. It's a good day. Someone else is up in the early morning. Well, where I'm from, it's early morning. But thank you for telling me the stream looks really good. Quality isn't taking much of a hit. Whew, good. Wow, crap internet for the win. But yeah, no, I'm like I was saying that there's always a point in every piece of art where I'm just like, I need to throw it away and start over. And it's always near the end. So that really messes with my anxiety. Yeah, I mean, life is for an artist is no easy thing. I can tell you that. So here we are with. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. We're doing a Curtis Holt, Mr. Terrific, for my buddy Scott. He's been a patron for years, and he's supported me for a long time. Where he gets a sketch of the month. I have a few sketch of the month. Oh, it's Andy. Hey, I knew it. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Welcome, Andy. I appreciate you dropping by. Oh, good friends. It's always good to have good friends in your corner, right? Hanging out in the middle of the night, which it is the middle of the night for you too, right? Yeah, pretty sure. Time zones and all that, being in Midwest area-ish. So, yeah, totally. Yeah, we're all about being relatable here with the anxiety and the destroying of our own art pieces when they're like 99% done. Yes, really, it happens more and more the more I practice, because you know that whole effect of when you're trying to become a better artist, you compare yourself to so many other artists that are better than where you think you are. You know, that's just the whole thing. So you feel like the anxiety's it's creeping up even stronger when you're near completing your art, that you strive for perfection so much to be just like your heroes, right? That's how I tackle my skills anyways. It's like I try and not just emulate the people I really adore, but to try and make my own thing from what they've established and inspire my own art and ways of thinking and ways of doing my thing. So yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy to think that we'll always be such a pushover to our own perfectionism. Yeah, 2 a.m. Oh my God, it's 2 a.m. Holy crap. And yeah, we're never as harsh on it. Yeah, I know. We're our own worst and best critic, and everything we make, we will never see as other people see it. We'll never, ever have that eye from the outside. Oh, thanks, yeah. The blending is most of the work, actually. I actually just sketched out all the, if you go to earlier in the stream, all the hatch marks and everything. It took, that part is something I've been doing for like 90% of my life, is drawing with hatching and all that, and the messy part of pencil drawing, as people say. I've been doing that for so long that only took like 30 minutes, and this part is taking me hours, because I want to make sure the blending is nice and smooth, but then I don't want to wreck like these awesome little cornrows that he's got up going here, and then like also the part that shows the scalp in between the cornrows. I'm not going to blend that, I'll stay away from those in between cornrows so it's not ruined. So I know where to draw the line, and I know where to blend the line, right? But right, it's just I feel like I should be done. But I just, every time you look at it, you see something you want to fix. Like this part blended really weird. It looks like he has a really high nipple that's near the middle of his chest. So here, I'll do something that I don't do a lot in front of people. I've never done it in front of someone, is fixing a mistake, because every artist thinks that they're the best, and they don't make mistakes. But no, I make mistakes all the time. So, okay. One trick that I've learned with fixing blending mistakes, it's not easy, because the blending stump is more permanent than pencil itself is. is at that moment, why don't we just keep going and start adding the leather reflective lines too, and then like the splashes of light that bounce off of the chest piece here to match like the lines that we have on the other parts. So there we go. No more nipple. We did it. And we'll balance it out over here too. And I'm going to be a little liberal on this side because I'm going to jump in with the blending stump and show that there's two methods of making those little reflective areas. You can blend them in, or you can erase them, or you can do both. So there's three methods. Look at that. Yeah, good stuff. Are you, since you're here, Andy, are you drawing right now? I know there's going to be a super long delay. I'm still getting used to with the stream delays, like 10 to 15 seconds for me. But yeah, let me know if you're drawing and what you're drawing. I know I've been keeping up with all your Detective Conan and all the cool stuff, like your Yu-Gi-Oh stuff and your commissions you do at shows. I've been keeping up with that, and you're phenomenal work as always. So yeah, let me know if you're drawing anything right now, and if you are, post it because I love seeing your stuff. Yeah, no mistakes at all. Whatever. Perfectionism is because we're perfect, right? Oh boy. So yeah, another way to add the reflective lines is to, while you're adding the hatching, I added those reflective lines on the leather glove while I was adding the hatching, and I just blended them nice and easy up to that line, and then I stopped to keep that reflective line nice and strong, because leather is super reflective at almost any time of day. Yeah. And that's the fourth method. Wow, there's so many different methods. That's why we're artists, because we can make our own methods up too. There's countless ways to do what we love. And if anyone else is tuning into this after we air, check out Cartoons by Andy. They just got into the stream about an hour or so ago, I think, and one of the best artists I've ever networked with and collaborated with and connected with at conventions. We met way back in one of my first shows back in Animazing in like 2017 or 16. It's been 5 years now, and yeah, we've been good friends ever since. So if you've never checked out Cartoons by Andy and you're watching this, check out Cartoons on I think Instagram, Twitter, Cartoons by Andy. Some of the best characters and some of the coolest like crossover art I've ever seen. Detective Conan and Yu-Gi-Oh and all that good stuff. Oh, and let's see. Shoot, I'm just gonna pull it up right now. I've never done this. I'm pulling up, and it's not gonna show in the screen because I don't have that set up yet. So it won't show for you, but I'm gonna pull up what you've been drawing. I know I'm putting you on the spot, but hey, you support me, I support you. That's how it goes in the artist world. I bet you weren't expecting to be put on the spot like this, Andy. Oh, and yeah, she also does commissions. Yeah, so if you want your custom Yu-Gi-Oh characters, that's where you go. And not just that, the caricatures, amazing. Oh, that's sick. Lord of the Dead OC. Your line art's phenomenal. That's so cool. Well, yeah, everyone check out Cartoons by Andy. She's amazing. Oh, yeah. Animazing was one of my first shows, and that was, I don't know if you remember, that was one where we started that inside joke of Golden Girls. Yeah, Golden Girls was with the difficult customers. Yeah, that was fun. That's all we'll say. It's an inside joke for a reason, right? But anyways, yeah, Golden Girls, right? Such a great show. Always catch a rerun or two whenever it's on. Oh god, that show was fun.
think I still might be doing that show this year too, because it doesn't accidentally get in the way of Anime Iowa, which is the biggest show I do in the summer, pretty much. Yeah. Nice Conan Doodles and good stuff. But yeah, it's good to have your your inside jokes with fellow creators at the convention. Yeah, we've got quite a few running jokes with all sorts of different artists and vendors and people who, even the customers who stop by. I've got some funny inside jokes with some crossover ideas that they throw my way. I've got a fan who wants me to draw for my next crossover. So my last crossover was Salt Bob, and it was so long ago, but it's still popular for some reason because it was Salt Bae and Bob's Burgers put together back when Salt Bae was a thing. That was like 2018. It still sells prints, so I'm gonna keep it going. But I had this other guy start an inside joke with me about his other crossover he was requesting was called Dr. Stranger Things. And I was like, whoa, that just blew my mind. So we have this thing. Well, the inside joke is that I probably will never draw it. And he knows I will never draw it. But the excuses I come up with are the joke. Whenever you have too much on your plate as an artist, and all the creators out there know what I'm talking about. When you have too much on your plate and you just can't pick up a new idea like that, that just blows your mind. That you don't have the mental capacity at the time to create something that you know will be satisfactory. You come up with an excuse or a reason, because excuses that are true and actually make sense are called reasons, right? Right. So, so my reasons and my excuses for this guy who is still begging me for Dr. Stranger Things, the print. Any other artist out there who wants that idea and can run with it, go for it. Because I'm still gonna give this guy excuses, because that's our inside joke now. But I know, what a weird inside joke to have with a customer of all people, someone who will pay you money to draw something that, that would be technically 2 prints, really, right? Because it's 2 universes collide, so pay me twice as much, right? No, just kidding. I'm not that guy. But wow, I think we're done with this drawing. Pretty sure. Oh no, I found something. Actually, something really important I should not ignore is the fair play. I'm gonna outline it so it's a little easier to see, and then I need to take the eraser. Oh, make sure I center this for you. I need to take the eraser and just kind of like erase the white border so it's more contrasty, more vibrant. Yeah, I know Dr. Stranger Things is such a great idea, but I also have no idea what to do with that. So my other inside joke reason to him, or my other inside joke, right? Waffles instead of his. Yeah, see, you're already coming up with better ideas than me. My idea was to draw Doctor Strange upside down in the Upside Down, and that was like, great. But I would just draw Doctor Strange and just turn him upside down, like. Whatever. That's me half-assing it to an extreme. And if you're an artist and you're watching this, Andy agrees with me already. I know she does. If you're an artist and you're watching this, you know that you are mastering the art of half-assery. The art of half-assery. You are mastering it. Because art is hard. So you always have to find shortcuts, or you always have to find corners that you can safely cut without completely dissatisfying yourself or the customer or destroying your piece. So I know cutting corners, that is a bad thing. People hate hearing that, cutting corners. It's not a good saying. I get it, but I mean like trimming corners, can we say that? Just little art shortcuts, ways that you can make your process a little easier. There, that's the way to say it. Yeah. Making the process a little less painful as an artist is the challenge of, being a half-assed master. A half-master. Yeah, there's 2 S's there. You heard it. So, all the artists out there, congratulations on your black belt of half-assed mastery. It is quite a skill that you should have in your repertoire, because you can do so many more things, including a day job. If there's anyone there watching this, the rebroadcast of the stream, that I've worked with in the past at a day job, office job, you know who you are. I'm not afraid to say it. I half-assed a lot. And it was very obvious in my last job. And I apologize. But, hey, you do what you gotta do. But hey, kids, if you're watching this, whole ass at least one thing, alright? Don't half-ass everything. See, right now, we're whole ass in this. Look at this thing. Well, maybe it's like 98% ass. Okay, there's the quote of the day for the stream. I also feel stupid saying that and pointing at a person. Not you, Curtis. You're not the ass. I'm the ass. And you're getting 98% of me. There we go. That's the way. Yep. There's always an easier way to do things. That's such a nicer way to put it. Thank you, Andy. But when there isn't, it's devastating. Like you said, sometimes you have to, for lack of a better term, suck it up and get through it, And that is the time where, there it is, 98% ass. Quote of the day, quote of the year. It's a front runner since this is my first stream. It is number 1 quote of the year so far. We'll see once we get to next year. We'll put it in the poll. We'll make a poll. But what was I saying? Something about kids whole-assing things. Oh yeah, the shortcuts and stuff. Those times, I just realized that when you brought it up just now, those times in life when you're working hard and you're trying to get through something there's no shortcut for, I think those are called the life lessons. I think those are called the ascension, when you're about to level up, right? They really are, because once you've learned that you can do that one thing the hard way, you realize that you got better at doing the thing normally. The skill as a whole is better. You've gotten better because you put up and you went through. You gut checked yourself really into doing this difficult task. So, yeah, those are the times where you come out a new person almost in some cases, and you're like, wow, man, I guess I've reached a new plateau in my artist career. So that's how actually I felt after several of Scott's DC drawings. I was like amazed at my work. I wish I had them, that I could pull them up in front. I could display them on the screen in future. Just head to my Instagram, everybody, and check out all the other DC sketches that I've done. Some of them, I blew my mind at what I could be capable of if I just took the time and didn't take a shortcut, because there were no shortcuts available. Those are the times you become a better person, a better artist, and a better creator. It really is. So, yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop looking at my own art, because that's... Do you ever feel awkward looking at your own art? Yeah, I do. All the time. I'm ever looking at my own Instagram, I'm like, wait, this is either narcissistic or this is just my perfectionism, like, at its worst. Just always judging my own creations. Alright, Curtis, what else you got? What else you got for me? The other sleeve, of course. Uh-oh, OBS. Are you still working? Yeah, you're still working. The other sleeve, yes. This one was challenging because the sleeve was like inverted. It's upwards. So I had to think, wait, no, it's the other word. It's play. Yeah. I had to look at all sorts of references for this one. Didn't want to mess it up. And I still feel like I kind of messed it up. But whatever. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Kind of looks like the bottom of the word play. Wordplay. Haha. There's that. And then I'll shade it in a little bit because the letters are red and the outline is white. So I like to use this pencil a lot. The tool. This is my go-to. This is my master sword. And God, the tool, 5mm mechanical pencil. I bow before you. You've saved my ass so many times. It's like metal barrel inside, I think, or whatever. There's metal there. It's got such a good balance. Like, watch this. Okay, I'm no trickster here, but okay. It's got such a good feel. It's grip. The whole thing is grip, and it's got a good angle at the bottom, so you're very precise with your movements because it's very close to your fingers. Good angle, close to your fingers, so you know that what you move, what you predict your move is going to be is what it's going to be, pretty much. And the clip is durable. It's like unbreakable steel, I think, or aluminum. Is that a thing? Whatever. I'm just making stuff up. But then it's got this. The whole reason why I'm talking about this pencil is because it's got a really skinny eraser. And what's cool about that is it's easier to sharpen. You can put it in a sharpener, but I just like to just erase at an angle, and sharpen the barrel of the eraser myself like that. So then, with a sharp tip, you can get to those little tiny grooves of the outline like that. Holy crap. I'm surprising even myself. I didn't think I'd be able to educate the people on YouTube on what I'm doing, talk about it and doing it at the same time. With this particular thing, I've never thought of it before. So maybe this practice is paying off. Hey, yeah. Back to your comment here. Sidebar on my awesome best pencil ever made. Yeah, I look at my own. Same. that whole like doing constructive criticism for yourself process is just one of the hardest things to do in my opinion as an artist, because it's hard to admit where you're wrong, you know? It's hard to admit what you messed up. And this is just my pride. Not a lot of artists probably have this problem, but, you know, it's hard to admit, like, oh, maybe it doesn't look as good as I thought it did. Oh, yeah. If you ever hear me do that at a convention, go, ah, it's because I'm doing that. I'm looking at my stuff and I'm like, no! Yeah. Let's soften those a little bit. Plat. Could be plat. Could be flat. It's probably flat. But you know that it's play, because you see the top right there. And by the way, Andy, remind me, next time we see each other at a show, I have so many extra ones. I'll just give you one, okay? Because this is your gift of being my first and only live stream viewer. So I will get a tool. I'll get the tool to you, yeah? You're going to get this pencil. Because I have like 6 of them that I don't use anymore. And I'll make sure to get you one that, because I don't know why. You know, when you're an artist, you buy things. Anyone who has
what do you call it, a trade or a skill, and you really like it, something, you buy more of them just in case one breaks. But I've never had one break. I just keep getting the more erasers and more lead, and you're good. This thing will last a lifetime, guaranteed. Yeah. Same. Especially students, art students, and people who struggle with mastering their own style, and comic artists especially, because with comics you are drawing the same person like 50 times in one chapter, and the consistency is the challenge there. Of trying to draw your character consistently in your style without copying any person's style. I was guilty of copying Akira Toriyama's style for my first comic because he has like the easiest anime style ever, and it's so charming and quirky and beautiful that when I was making the first few drafts of Dreamer's Echo, I was like, I'll just draw it in his style, whatever. People will get it. It came off like a Dragon Ball fanfic, and people were like, wait, where's Goku? Like, cause that's Goku, right? And it was Falco. No, Falco had eyes and hair like a Saiyan, and it was really freaking weird. So that whole thing of artists being super hard on themselves and only seeing flaws. Whenever you make a comic, it just gets worse, and it accelerates and accentuates, elevates that whole perfectionist problem, and the consistency and finding your own style. All those three things come together like the evil triforce of art, where you can't draw the same character in the same style all these multiple times, all those things, and it just like attacks you in every angle. And it was so hard to try and develop Dreamer's Echo into a style that people could be like familiarized with, because it was simple enough to grasp and just unique and consistent. Oh god, if I ever crack open volume 1 again, I'll just be like this cringe attack. It'll be a cringe fest, because I see so many inconsistencies with my first volume when I was trying to find myself, and that was after like 6 drafts. I still couldn't find myself, so I just had to force myself to self-publish it, and finally I feel like I'm somewhat close to finding a consistent Dreamer's Echo style. So yeah, pretty good. And by the way, yes, we need to go over our con schedules again. I don't know, on Twitter or Instagram, and message each other's schedule, or I'll keep up to date on where your next shows are going to be, because we haven't seen each other in forever. I think it was like, one of the quad cons, probably a small show or something, anime con, one of those anime cons. Yeah, it's just, haven't seen you forever, but when I do, I will make sure to bring my artist. This is my, some people use like a bag with all their stuff. I can't open it all the way because my pencil shavings are on top of it, but in here, in this tiny little clipboard, it's only like an inch thick, not even, I store all my pencils, all my pens, this, and like 7 sheets of paper for commissions. This fits in it, and that's like almost as thick as the thing, and this fits in it, believe it or not. I put all of my stuff in that. So why bring that up? I know, I'm always sidetracking myself, but I will pack at least like 2 extra ones of these to give you one for sure at the next show I see you at. And it has been a while, so hopefully it comes by soon, the next show. Yeah, comics are a learning process. Yeah, exactly. And this was also, I feel like, a learning process, streaming and drawing sketch cover. The reason why I started with a sketch cover is because I feel like pencil work is my forte for the most part. That's why I still draw Dreamer's Echo in pencil first, and then I do some inking over it and scan it in, because, oh God, it's just something I've
everyone starts with pencil, you know. But these days, you know, some kids are going straight into digital, and that blows my mind. But back when we were kids, everyone started with pencil, so that's why I wanted to start with this comic sketch cover, because it's something I do every month, and I can kind of comfortably do it with people watching and not totally let my anxiety make me crumple up into a black hole and just collapse in on myself, as they say. So yeah, comics. I'm gonna say that's done. I feel like I'm done. Man, I'm really happy with it. But I'm gonna look at it like 2 minutes from now. As soon as I close the stream, I'm gonna look at this thing again and be like, no! There's like 6 other things I need to do! And I whole-assed it too. I really did. Most of it. 98% of it. Yeah. That's quote of the year. It's gotta be. So, I think Scott will love it. He's got everybody so far. He's got all the main Justice League. But the cool thing about the sketch covers is we're doing only live action, well, mostly, like 99% live action renditions of them. So he's getting this live action actor on a sketch cover that is part of their team on DC Justice League, and he gets one every month. So he has supported me since like I think 2018 when he first saw me draw a random Henry Cavill Superman sketch cover, and he bought it and he's like, can you keep doing this for me? I'm like, yeah, definitely. Jump in on the ground floor, right? You're one of the core investors. That's what you get, and you're going to reap the rewards. Scott's always happy with my drawings, and if you're watching and you're happy with it too, leave a like, share the video stream with your friends, and my channel with your friends. That'd be awesome, everybody. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much, Andy, for all the kind words and your time. It means so much to me. Time is like the most valuable. If I've learned anything in the last 2 years, with everything we've gone through, everybody, as a world almost on the brink of destruction there, all the crap we've gone through, the one thing I've learned that most of us have learned, I'm just going to shade some background here, is that time is the most precious commodity. It's the most precious thing we can give each other. It really is. Whether it be on a stream here with your buddies, or at a convention selling your art for your friends, or just making new friends. All the things we do, the best thing that we can give each other is our time. It doesn't matter if you buy my art. It doesn't matter if you support me on Patreon or watch my stream. And if you do, you're the best. But the fact that we give each other time, I think, is the whole life lesson that I'm going to walk away with, and that I have walked away with multiple times. So, thank you so much, everybody, for giving me your time for these few hours. Oh, wow. I just looked at the timestamp. It's only like 1:23. Awesome. Not so bad. Yeah, 2:30. Been streaming for about an hour and a half. That's like a movie's worth there. So I hope you enjoyed the movie, everybody. Got your popcorn, hopefully. But I thought it was like 3-hour stream. It felt like a 3-hour stream. So there's one last look. I'm going to post it on Instagram. It's instagram.com/JetFalco or @JetFalco. Twitter @TheJetFalco, because JetFalco was already taken. And I'm still angry about that Twitter. I've contacted them so many times. I'm never going to get it because I'm not famous enough. But anyways, I'm TheJetFalco on Twitter, JetFalco on Facebook as well. And yeah, this is it. This is the Justice League of America member, Curtis Holt, played by Echo Kellum. And Echo Kellum? Is it Kellum or Cullum? I think it's Kellum. Echo Kellum, amazing actor, one of the best characters from Arrow, playing Mr. Terrific. There you have it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on the stream. I'll put it on this camera too, so you can see it in a weirder light. Yeah, I know, this is my new webcam. It's kind of weird coloring lighting situation. I have a light coming over here. This is my work light for drawing. I also have a light on the camera. It's pretty sweet. So, I've rambled long enough, I think. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Hopefully I do this right. I'm going to hit end stream. It's so nerve-wracking. My first stream ending.
momentous occasion. I'm shedding tears. I really am. I'm shedding tears. Yeah. So sad. Everyone have a great night, or if you're watching this during the day, hope you have a great rest of your week. I will do this at least once a week. I'll do this at least once a week. Hopefully. I can't promise anything right now. But I have some more videos coming soon about a lot of exciting news and big changes. If you made it to the end of this stream, everybody, the end of this video, and if you have to take off, Andy, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate you being my one and only first streamer. You're amazing. You're the best, and I'll see you at a future convention, and I'll bring your new pencil. So have a good one, and everyone, if you made it to the end of the stream, just know that I have some huge news coming up. Huge. That I cannot wait to share with you all. I'm going to make another live stream maybe tomorrow, maybe later in the week, I don't know. But I need to share this with you as soon as possible, okay? I can't do it right now because it's not fully official. But I will soon. I'm losing my voice. Been chatting way too late. Everyone have a great night. Andy, you're a trooper, staying with me till the very end. You're the best. We'll see you later.